The Food and Drug Administration has now granted full approval to the Alzheimer's drug Leqembi. It's a landmark decision for the first medicine proven to slow the course of the memory-robbing disease. Full approval prompts the Centers for Medicine and Medicare and Medicaid services to change how it covers the drug, broadening access for up to about 1 million people with early onset Alzheimer's.
The drugs really aim to help reduce the adverse effects of the amyloid being built up in the brain long term. So people who are eligible for this drug will be people with mild cognitive impairment and more of the milder stages of dementia.
Leqembi got accelerated approval in January, but it hasn't been widely used because of an earlier coverage decision by CMS, which provides insurance for mainly elderly Alzheimer's patients through Medicare. Without insurance, it costs more than $26,000 a year.